Back to TRID, we are considering collecting an application fee upfront with the intent to cover the appraisal. What are the regulations and rules for collecting an application fee versus an appraisal fee to pay for the appraisal? In both situations, we would have the intent to proceed.
I was waiting to see if that would come. Okay. Um, let's go here. Let's start with I'm going to come at you from a TRID perspective first. TRID does not allow an application fee other than a reasonable fee for a credit report until you get an intent to proceed. And I imagine that's why that last part was tacked onto the question. So there's no reason before you've received an intent to proceed to call anything an application fee, because the only thing you can charge for is a credit report. Call it a credit report. Okay, simple there. Now, this particular question said, oh, no, we're not going to ask for any fee until we get to the intent to proceed. So Diane said, yep, let's move forward. Now I go to Diane and say, hey, I want to charge an application fee. Here's going to be my thing. At this point, why don't you just charge what you're charging for? An appraisal, a survey. Why are we masking things? Because when it comes to the disclosure itself, the loan estimate, the closing disclosure, when we get there, we have to itemize them anyway. And if you charge an appraisal fee, what's it for? How much are you going to collect? Are you consistent with how you're applying it? Because that could cause fair lending issues. So when you do, I just want to charge an application fee. It kind of makes it Wild West-ish, which is concerning when it comes to regulatory compliance. If you want to charge for the appraisal early, charge for the appraisal. Call it that. Have it line up with your loan estimate and ultimately your closing disclosure. Survey, whatever it is, collect for that item rather than trying to mask something and try to make it up as you go. I don't see any benefit to that. Our opinion.
And as a follow up on that, if we collect an appraisal fee on an application that is later withdrawn, can we use what we collected to pay the appraiser for any charges they have incurred and then refund the rest back to the applicant?
So again, I would not do that. But if you've collected for the appraisal and you're past the intent to proceed, you're free to use that money to pay for what you collected it for. This is where the masking comes into play. If you charge an appraisal fee, or I'm sorry, if you charge an application fee legitimately after the um, intent to proceed, but you didn't earmark what it was for, and the borrower walks away, and now, well, we're just going to take that money and apply it to this or that. You're just making it up as you go. And are you being consistent from one borrower to the next? I think that's really tough to do. Again, I wouldn't do it.